Let us see the difference between plane surveying and geodetic surveying. Plane surveying means here the earth curvature is neglected. Geodetic surveying means here the earth curvature is taken into account. Plane surveying is done for area under 250 square kilometer. That means if the area is less than 250 square kilometer, we do plane surveying. But if the area is greater than 250 square meter, we go for the geodetic surveying. That means the survey of a large area. Number 3, all triangles formed in the process of plane surveying are plane triangle. But in case of geodetic surveying, the triangles are spherical triangles. Principle of surveying is working from whole to part. This is the very important point. Please mark it. That means that while we are doing the surveying, first we fix the boundary under which we have to do the surveying. Then we divide the entire part into smaller parts and then we go for surveying. Rather than we do not do surveying that first we take a small part, then we extend outwards, not like that way. So the principle of surveying is working from whole to part, not from part to whole. Let us see the difference between plan and a map. Plan is drawn for small area, whereas map is drawn for a larger area. In plan, Earth's curvature is not taken into account, and in plan, only horizontal distance and directions are shown. In case of map, map shows the topographic features like tree, hill, etc. In map, vertical distance are also shown, but it is shown by the contour lines. My dear students, today I will discuss different type of survey based on their functionality. Number 1, control survey. The function of this survey is to establish horizontal and vertical positions of widely spaced control points by Survey of India. Number 2, topographical survey. Topographical survey shows natural features like river, hill, tree, lake, etc. Number 3, hydrographic survey. From the word only you can get it. Hydro means water. So the survey under the water bodies is known as hydrographic survey. Example, finding the depth of the channel, etc. Number 4, cadastral survey. I have put a star mark over here because this question has asked in the GATE past question paper. Cadastral survey is done to fix property lines, boundaries of fields by the revenue engineer. 5th, mine survey. As you can get it from the name, mine survey is the surveying of mine, shaft, pits, borehole, etc. You can say it that the surveying is in the underground works is known as the mine survey. Number 6, astronomical survey. Astronomical survey determines the absolute location of a point on Earth by its latitude and longitude, etc. Number 7, geological survey. Geological survey is done in different strata of Earth's crust. I will now discuss a very important point, that is the how many types of surveying are there based on the instruments available. I have made this table for you. Please note it down in your notebook and after that you memorize this table. This will help you or to summarize the entire concept, that is the surveying based on the instrument. Let us start. The first one is the chain surveying. What are the instruments used? Chains, arrows, pegs, offset rods, ranging rods, cross tape and plumb bob. Correct? What does it measure? It measures linear distance. And what is its principle? Its principle is triangulation. Number 2, compass survey. Compass can be of two types. One is prismatic compass, one is surveyor compass. So these are the instruments used mainly for the compass survey. What does it measure? It measures angular measurements. What is the principle? Principle of compass surveying is traversing. Number 3, leveling. In leveling we need metric staff, level. Now level can be of various types. Number 1, dumpy level, Y level, Cook's level, Cushing level, modern level, automatic tilting, etc. What does it measure? It measures elevation with respect to datum. And the few general terms used are backside. That means in leveling, backside is the first reading taken after the level is set up. Foresight, last reading taken after the change point. And change point means the shifting of the level. Fourth instrument is plane table survey. The instruments used are plane table, alidade, compass, plumbing fork, spirit level and drawing sheet. What it measures? It observes and plots simultaneously. In this method, observation and the plotting is done simultaneously. Next is theodolite survey. In theodolite survey, theodolite is used. What it measures? Horizontal and vertical angles. In tachyometry survey, what it is used? Tachyometer. What it measures? Both horizontal and vertical distance. Now principle is, there are two principles. One is stadia system. Stadia system can be of fixed hair and movable hair. And the second one is the tangential method. Seventh is the photogrammetry. In this photogrammetry method of surveying, camera is used, and what it measures? The linear measurement. And the last one is the EDM survey. Here EDM is used. What is the full form of EDM? Electronic distance measurement instruments. What we measure over here? Linear measurement. Now this table I have summarized the entire method of surveying based on instruments, but please see my all videos. There I have discussed the different methods of surveying in details. Here in this slide I have given you a table between instruments and their functions or what they measures. Please note it down. It will be very helpful for you. I will start. So number 1, fathometer. Fathometer is used to measure the depth of water. Next is altimeter and hypsometer. Both are used to measure the height or the altitude. Number 3, clinometer. It is used to measure slope. Number 4, pantograph. Pantograph is used to enlarge or to reduce map. Fifth one is the tellurometer. Tellurometer is used to measure linear distance. Number 6, ghat tracer. It is used to locate points on a contour gradient. Number 7, box sextant. It is used to measure horizontal and vertical angle. Number 8, price meter. Price meter is used to measure the velocity of flow or wind. Number 9, subtense bar. Subtense bar is used to measure baseline or to measure short distance. Short distance means up to 200 meter, like indoor wall-to-wall measurement. Okay. Next is passometer, speedometer and perambulator. These three are used for linear distance measurement. Okay. Next, coming to number 13, cross staff, optical square and prism square, they are used to set out right angle. So these are the very important. I have put 2 star marks over there, as you can see, in the box sextant and in the cross staff. They have been asked in the past GATE paper, and the other questions are also likely to come in the GATE paper.